All right, I think I am live. Good afternoon, everyone. It is Sunday, and already not without a few little technical quirks, but I think we're okay. Somebody in chat, please do me a favor. Let me make sure you all can hear me. Let me bring up my comment tab here. Give me a sound check out there in chat. Make sure that I am actually streaming live and you can hear me. I'm looking at everything. Looks like I've already got a small little warning. Oh, this is not good. Streams bitrate 5x5. Thank you. Let me know if you've got any jitters too. I'm going to my stream settings here, my stream health. It still looks like it's good. So hey, welcome back, all of you. I have been gone for many weeks. I'm thrilled to have you guys back. I am, this is new. There's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm going to try and get you updated. I will say let me see if this is working. I'm going to have to get used to where everything is now. Let's see, that's the head, that's the picture-in-picture, Mac Studio. Oh, you know what? I do not think I have a top-down camera set. I'm going to have to do that here in a minute. For some reason, I forgot to set that on my little deck over here. But this is all new equipment. This is all a brand new layout. Okay, stop doing that because that's going to blur everything. This is, I've completely switched, and there'll be a video on this coming up, so I'm not going to spend much time on it, but I've completely switched from an ATEM Mini Extreme ISO, which used to sit over here, and I'm using this YOLO Box Extreme right here. And I really like the YOLO Box Extreme, I will say. It gives me a lot of things on the screen here that the ATEM did, and it's just easier. So again, there will be a video on all that. I do have my notes today to get everything going, but I do need to set up. What I don't have is an overhead view for some reason. Let me check over here and see if I have. I did not set that up. I have some really cool views set up, but I did not. Let's see, what's this one right here? Oh, there we go. I do have an overhead. I need to redo that. So I do have an overhead view. So this is our focus for today. It is a MEGA65. We'll get to that. But before we do that, let me go ahead and, again, trying to get used to everything. It is a little bit different. Now, the good news is I have chat in front of me now. So when I'm looking at you, I can actually see chat too. So I can, Tani's chat here, I can go ahead and bring that up with just a click of the button now. And that used to be really awkward for me, and I had to do some really odd things. So it's working great right now. Let me go ahead and close my comment tab over here since I can see this. So I'm excited to get more interactivity from all of you. Again, we're not going to talk about all of that, but here's kind of what's been going back. Yes, I am back after we've just had a lot going on. I think the biggest change in my life and why I couldn't be available for Sunday streams is I took on some additional job responsibilities at the paying gig. So I've been trying to learn that new role, and it's required a lot of weekend hours, some additional time. My evenings have pretty much been socked, and those are the times when I would usually prepare for live streams, do videos. I have been kind of working on the stream or the videos for my other channel because I can do those quickly. If you're not familiar, Retro Combs Tech right there. As a matter of fact, there it is rolling. And you can see those subscriber count for that's going up. But those are just little snippets of video that I put together just to keep kind of the muscle memory. I do have my Chapter 7 of the MEGA65 User's Guide, still working on that. Hopefully, if everything goes okay, maybe I'll release that next weekend. So I'm still doing the retro stuff, but the retro stuff always just takes a little bit longer. Now, the great thing about the retro stuff, though, is again, my voice is a little muted here because this is part of the other thing I'll talk about in a minute, but I can easily do a live stream, and I have some prep, but I don't have a lot of prep, and there's no editing, so that's always a lot of fun. So that's kind of what's happening there. We also, unfortunately, the lovely accountant lost her mother, so my mother-in-law passed away during this time I've been away, so we've kind of been working with that. And then, as you can tell, I've been struggling with a little bit of an illness, and I'm coming off of that. So just a lot to get in the way of one of my favorite parts of my day and my weekend, which is live streaming and creating some video. So there you go. There's that update in case you've been wondering. So we do have a few unboxings. And oh, by the way, I do have kind of a new segment for the live streams I decided to add. I thought this would be fun for us, and we'll talk about it when we get to it. But first of all, here's just a couple of quick things that I have. Quick couple of unboxes. Let's see, that's a picture-in-picture desk. I don't know why I named it that. I need to name it something different. So the first thing I went to, I guess, should go back here for a minute. I did go to a Barnes & Noble recently, and this is one of the older style Barnes & Noble that still has all the books, magazine, huge magazine rack, and it's really been great for finding retro computing magazines or hobby kinds of magazines. So I found a few things there. So I'm going to show you a few things I picked up. First of all, I found, and I usually get this every couple of years, this is the Ultimate Raspberry Pi Manual. And I got this because the last version of this I had was, I think 4 or 5 years old, and it was Raspberry Pi 3. There's been a lot of changes. And I have to admit, I do like just reading a magazine to learn about these things instead of having to find all these articles online. But I've gone through this quite a bit. And if you've not done anything with the Raspberry Pi in a while, or you're curious and haven't done anything at all, or if you just need to upgrade your skills a little bit, this is really a good magazine to purchase. This will probably be out for a couple of months on the racks. I believe this is, who is this? Is this Future? It's printed in the UK. UK has the best magazines, by the way. You guys still love your magazines, but you should be able to find this at any Barnes & Noble bookstore with a good magazine rack should have it, but it really has just, I've found it really enjoyable reading. I know, geek, right? If I find this enjoyable reading, but it's really great. And it really does upgrade some of the things that maybe I didn't know or had forgotten. Like one of the things I'd forgotten about, and I just found it useful, is on the newer Raspberry Pis, you can plug into a network port and boot from network and go through the whole process of preparing your SD card without having to use a computer. I love that. So just few things there. So again, if you're looking for something, I highly recommend that. Not bad at all. I'm going to put that over here. No, that'll fall, that'll slip. I'll put it under here. Here we go. And then the other one, while I was there, and it just caught my attention because it basically was sitting next to this, was this one right here. Ultimate 80s Retro Gaming Collection. I think a lot of you probably are familiar with Retro Gamer. So I won't spend a lot of time, but this is the Ultimate 80s kind of edition, and it was a lot of, I've started reading it. I started reading it last night, and one of the things I do like is that it does acknowledge that gaming didn't start in the 80s. It really started in the 70s, but the 80s was the peak and the pinnacle and where all the brands came and all the characters came. That was the majority of when all that started. So you can kind of see the contents here. Again, another highly recommend if you're into the gaming side of retro computing. Why the 80s Ruled, Story of Pac-Man. That's my wife, the lovely accountant, was reading that. She was very interested in that. Double Dragon, 30 Years of Robotron. You can see that. And then here's one here. Top 25 Commodore 64 games of all time. Thinking that could be a cool live stream. If you think that could be a fun live stream, put that down in the comments and let me know. We'll come back. By the way, we'll be coming back to comments in a minute here to see who's joining us. So keep putting your comments. If you're watching online and you've not dropped into comments to let me know that you're here, please do that. It looks like we have about 19 of you right now, so that's good. And it looks like everything's working okay. I don't see any errors in chat, so that's good too. Making a Missile Command, top 25 Speccy games. Now that could be fun too with the Spectrum Next. We could play those games too and try a few of those. So, oh, and then I love this one. I can't wait to get here. The top 25 Amiga 500 games. Mislav, if you're out there, I know you would probably either agree or question that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that in the news as well. Speaking of that, let me try this. Oh, it went away so quickly. Let's see if this works. It does. So Xander, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. By the way, that is a way that you can support the channel. If you're new to the channel, you can go down there and hit the little super chat. Thank you, Xander. I appreciate it, especially since I've been gone for a while. Really appreciate you kind of getting the pot started there. So thank you so much for that. So Mr. Landfill says top 25 games for sure. Yeah, I think that's something we will want to look at. So keep those chats coming along. So that's one. And then the last thing we have is let me make sure I cover the old, well, I'll just do it this way. We have our Zap 64. Let's check it out. We always like to do our Zap 64s. I'll tell you what, before I do the Zap 64, let's see who we have in chat. Let's come back up here and see who got us started. Looks like Desert Blizzard was first by saying crickets. Let me explain that. There was a mistake or a mix-up. I mean, everything worked okay in the end, but there was a mix-up on when the time for this was. So over in the MEGA65 Discord, there were some questions. I went over and fixed that. and let everybody know what time was. But I've got to check. I think I did something wrong on the yellow box. Not surprising. Again, I've used this thing twice for live streams. That's how long. That's how many times. It's going to get better, though, as we go. But really, already loving the yellow box because I can see all your chats over here and pick the ones I want to choose. Neil was first in here, really, technically, for the live stream. Oh, sorry, Neil. Let me get that back up there. So, Neil, good to see you here. Mr. Landfill came in next. Good to see you, Mr. Landfill. Always good to have you join us. By the way, Mr. Landfill, Vintage Computer Festival Midwest coming up in September. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to see you there. More about that as we go. Looks like Jamie, one of my executive producers, is actually at the Rep Rap Fest Midwest. I didn't even know that was going on. Not that I could have attended, but I hope you had a good time, Jamie. And it looks like you're driving. So if you are listening, thanks for listening in today. And I can't wait to hear about your experiences there. Looking forward to that. Tani was here. We talked a little bit. As a matter of fact, I highlighted his chat during the opening. Stuart is here. Stuart has been with us before, I'm pretty sure. Normal user, I'm not sure normal user. I think this may be your first time in one of my live streams. If that is the case, welcome. It's good to have you here. Welcome to the friendliest YouTube chat at this particular time. That's how we always like to preface that, all right? There might be a friendlier one out there, but I really doubt it. Neil, let me know that everything was loud and clear. Taro, good to have you here, Taro. Good evening to you. Oh, the other thing I want to say about the reason I love the YOLO box, as opposed to my other ATEM, you'll notice that the chats, after I highlight them, will go away automatically. I used to leave those on the screen accidentally all the time. So that just happens automatically. So that's nice. And of course, one of my oldest and favoritist executive producers, Mislav, is here. So Mislav, good to have you here. I guess I shouldn't have favorites, but he was like my first. So I think he's always just going to have my favorite status there. So Mislav, you have that. Wonder Dog, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while either, my friend. Good to have you back. Xander is always here, and I shouldn't say always. It's probably got like a 90% participation rate with a good morning, noon, eve, night retrocombians. So thank you for that. And yes, that's what, for those of you who knew, that's what we call our community, retrocombians. And that was not mine. That was, you all chose that, just to be clear. Okay. Oh yes. And Mr. Landfill, VCF East was a blast too. Evil J, who will not be with us in chat today, who is a big supporter of the channel and on my Discord. We'll talk about the Discord later. He is at Vintage Computer Festival Southwest, so I'm actually competing with Vintage Computer Festival Southwest right now, too. I know we've got some people who would normally be here who are doing that. So, oh, there's Theory. Theory, good to have you here. Thanks for popping in. Just saw your chat, and it's up here, but it's not here. There it is. It just takes a little bit longer to get there. So good to have you here, too. Thanks. Hey, yeah, to you, too. All right. Let's get back to, let me close. Again, getting used to where everything is. Let me close my comment tab. Oh, I like that. That is so nice. Oh, so much easier. Once I get that muscle memory on this stuff, these live streams are going to go like that, folks. All right, so let's get this open, Zap64. You know, the reason we go through Zap64 is we always like to see if there is a MEGA65 article in that month's issue. Turns out, as I learned, it is not in every issue. It's every 2 months. So there should be one in this one. So let's go ahead and get that view back right here. Here we go. By the way, do you like the little circular picture-in-picture? Let me know. Oh, I've got a new picture-in-picture too when we're playing games. Hopefully you like that. So here's the Zap64 destroying the completely useless opposition for 40 years. Love it. Outstanding. All right, so let's go ahead and just kind of take a quick flip through. I have not read this. I've got some business travel this week. This is going with me, so I will be reading that this week. They have a new editor, Perry Frantic. Or Perry Frantic, or Perry Fractic, as he likes to call himself. I like to call him, since he likes to butcher names, I want to call him Perry Frantic. So that's my new pet name for Christian Simpson. He is no longer the editor. Turn that over. We're going to talk about Christian here in the news section. So we'll do that here in a minute. But it looks like we have our news flash, Zap chats, radar, demo scene, new Zap 64, top 64, Zap back. Ishar, don't see, yep, I don't see in this one either a MEGA65 section. Let's go ahead and just, a Pig's Quest 2. Oh, I need to play that. A Pig Quest was, actually you all introduced me to a Pig Quest. So I think that's the cool one. Special Delivery, Tyrant, Cover Mount Madness. Captain Ishtar, that looks good. I want to check that out. What did they give that? Well, they gave that one an 80%. So that will be an interesting one. Let's see. Again, we don't go all the way through everything, but this is a great place to find. One of these days, maybe I should just do a live stream. Let's feature the games in the latest issue of Zap 64. That could be fun too when I'm looking at live stream content. By the way, if you have other recommendations for live stream content, put that down in the chat. I will capture that, and we'll look at that going forward. Here's our roadmap, our radar of titles, demo scene. Oh, Centipede. There's a new version of Centipede, 68%. Zap interview. Who are we interviewing? Andrew Braybrook. Oh, Uridium creator. Nice. Uridium, of course, a classic. As a matter of fact, we'll play a game today that's vaguely reminiscent of Uridium. Let's see. Anything else in here? Mike Mech 2, blah, blah, blah. I don't think. Quick zaps, nothing there. Here's the new top 64 games. Now, that could be fun, too. Here's Galencia right here. Always fun to play. So, oh, there's a good list there, too. I have to take a look at that. Boulder Dash. Here, back to... Yep, don't see a MEGA65... article in this issue. So, sorry about that, guys. We'll have to see how that goes. All right, so there we go. There's our little unboxing for the day. Let me pull up my notes here. Make sure I've got that. Let's see, we've done that. Let me mark through that. Did that. And now, I want to talk about something else. So a new section, I thought what we would do, because one of the things that's really interesting about being in the retro computer hobby is there are new things happening all the time. And part of those new things are new announcements, maybe new videos that have really kind of hit big on YouTube, or new products for our favorite. And of course, I like to focus on Commodore brand here. And occasionally we'll dive into like Speccy or Atari, but the primary focus here is Commodore, with a little bit of Atari thrown in gaming. But there have been some really interesting news, and I want to get your opinion. So this is very much an interactive piece. I'm going to be interested to see your chats. And as a matter of fact, Neil already alluded to the first one. And I've already talked about Perry Frantic, Christian Simpson. And if you saw his video, if you haven't seen it, yes, thank you, Mislav. That's probably the one. He is trying to buy the Commodore brand. And as you know, the Commodore brand has been splintered in several different ways. As a matter of fact, I do believe Commodore and Amiga are separate brands now that have been, their IP have been sold to different people. So while you could have the Commodore brand, you might not necessarily own the Amiga brand. So you can't just put those together. So it's really going to be interesting. If you've not seen the video, check that link out that Mislav just posted for us. Make sure you look at that. I'm torn on this, folks. Here's why I'm torn on it. On the one hand, I would have loved, for instance, if the, hang on just a second. I have an overlapping audio source in my ear. Hold on. Let me turn that off. Looks like my, where is it? I think I can do that. Let's turn off my, there it is, right there. Okay. Let me make sure that's turned off. Turned off? Yes, okay, now I don't hear. I was hearing myself down there. It was messing me up. Sorry about that. So hopefully you can still hear me. It looks like you can. But, so on the one hand, where I was going with that, on the one hand, I think it would be super great, for instance, if the MEGA65 could have been, let's go ahead and just reveal this, if this little tag, because we're going to be using this today, if that really could have been the Commodore 65, if somebody owned that brand, because this is, for all intents and purposes, this is a Commodore computer, born and bred. It was the C65, and it's just better than the original, but it has all of the hardware features, and the interior and the CPU has all been replicated, but it has additional features that it didn't have. But it wouldn't have been cool if this could have been Commodore. On the one hand, that's cool. On the other hand, the folks who developed the MEGA65, for instance, are competing with other folks that are creating like the Ultimate board. So if you put Commodore brand on the Ultimate board and you put it on this, they're two distinct, different folks developing hardware with two distinct, different roadmaps, and they may or may not be talking. Now, in a true organization, normally there would be somebody who's tracking all of that and making sure there's some synergy around the development of that hardware, software, that organization. I don't know if what Perry Frantic is suggesting does that. It just says, hey, for a little bit of money that you can send me, whatever you think about that. But I do get he has to protect the brand, and so there is. So if it's a nonprofit, maybe that would be great. But if he's going to accept money to carry the brand and you use the brand name, what does that look like? How's that protection work? How does that? I don't know. I'm just torn because, again, you've got all these disparate groups, and in the video he mentioned somebody could be creating even a cartridge, right, like this, and they could put the Commodore name on it. Well, again, it's not really Commodore. Commodore died years. I don't know. I'm just torn. So I'm really interested on this particular note to get your thoughts. What do you think about Christian Simpson, aka Perry Frantic, aka Perry Fractic, his name? I've just gotten to where I call him Perry Frantic because he's sometimes like that. I love his videos, though. Please, this is not a criticism of him. He's the one that got me kind of excited about the whole YouTube space many years ago. So I really appreciate him. And he's got some pedigree. Let's talk about that, especially in the Star Wars realm, which he will not talk about during his videos. Have you ever noticed that? And actually, he's has fun playing around with that too. But anyway, that's kind of where I am. I'm not sure what I think. So let's go to chat. Again, this is part of this whole new news thing, kind of thinking if we want this to be a regular kind of part of the live stream, which I think I do want to do that. So let's see what you guys have said in chat based on kind of my comments. So let me go over here to my chat window. So deft is, let me, that should go, my lower third should go away automatically. Go away, lower third. I think I've got that up there a little bit longer. There it goes. Let me go ahead and kill that one. There we go. So deft lets us know that the MEGA65 got 2 pages on Zap64 every second issue. I think we've done this 3 times and I'm not seeing it. So maybe I'll go back. Maybe I just missed one. It will be nice that the little guys will get to use the C64 badging without hassle, says Mr. Landfill. I'm not sure without hassles. I think there's going to have to be something legally to protect the brand, or if just anybody's, I'm not sure that's what he's proposing, which again, we've only seen the initial video. I think we've got more to see, but I think in order for not everybody to use it and to use it in ways that we don't want to see it used, there's going to be some kind of formalized process and probably payment for that to occur. I don't know. We'll see. Again, a lot more to go. I really hope that Perry can get everyone necessary on board so that there wouldn't be any conflicts. I agree. I think that's part of the challenge too. Honest opinion, the whole Perry Fracted Commodore nostalgia heartstrings plugging annoys the heck out of me. I got you, Wonder Dog. And sometimes some people who aren't as attuned to their feelings, it can be, and I'm one of those not as attuned to the whole feeling thing. Although, you know, you've seen me go, hey, this is really cool. I really enjoy this. Brings back some great feels. But yeah, he really gets into that. Yeah, Christian or others will not take any cut, I believe, on the new products. I think that's still yet to be seen. We'll see. Maybe not, but I don't know how he protects the brand if he doesn't have some money coming in. Because the lawyers, if he's going to, again, protect it in a way that just not, you know, because I could come out with some piece of garbage. I could resell that sign that Jamie 3D printed, slap Commodore on there and put it out there. But is that really what we want? Is everybody 3D printing and doing that? I think we want some kind of inventory of Commodore products. I don't know. Let me know. Continue the conversation. Hey, Igor, sorry. Good to see you. The whole thing smells like a shameless attempt to rally donations is what Wonder Dog thinks. I hope that Commodore would get a similar revival as Atari is having. Yeah, see, that would be better if it were an organization like Atari. Because I think Atari is doing pretty well. I mean, we've got new hardware, we've got new games, we've got repackaging of classic games. For me, that would be a more interesting revival of Commodore. So that's kind of where I am. That's kind of what's in my head. There is no way anyone's doing it out of the goodness of the, the cynical part. Some of us are a little more cynical. Yep. He has not said, but I'm sure there won't be any hassles. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe in the next video, we'll get more clarification. I presume when he says current owners, he's talking about Commodore BV in the Netherlands. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. Oh, good. Here's Dan. Dan, I have the stream up on my monitors at Pacific Commodore. Hey, thank you for that, Dan. I appreciate it, because I will get into the MEGA65 stuff here in just a little bit. So that's perfect. So good to have you. Yeah, Dan is participating at Pacific Commodore. He's got the best banner. He's got a really cool banner. I'm hopefully that will come up the Vintage Computer Festival Midwest. Well, I'm looking at it as a good thing overall. Agreed. Yeah, I know. Isn't that perfect? So all of you are getting your chats highlighted at the conference. So if anybody needs the URL for that, Dan, you know where to send them. The current owners will be looking for millions. I don't know that they are. At some point, I think you just want to get rid of a brand so that you don't have to keep protecting it. Because just owning a brand costs you money. Because anytime anybody uses it, if you're really trying to steward that brand, you're going to have to protect that brand. So that's interesting. The Commodore brand doesn't mean much to me. The spirit, yeah, I think normal user, that's a good point too. I think there are a lot of people that's where we are now. I think if it could move, and I love that comment earlier, if it could move to a more Atari-like, what's happening now with Atari, that revival of, I think that's really cool. Don't call Jamie's stuff garbage. Who called Jamie stuff garbage? Did I miss something? I don't, wait, what did I miss? Anyway, come back to that. Commodore won't go the same way as the Atari revival, the trademark patents, etc. Yeah, they are. They're all over the place. Doesn't mean we don't want to wish. So, hey, Clockwork Planet, good to have you here. Thanks for joining. Okay. Let me go ahead and hide that one. So that gets us caught up on that one. The next thing I want to talk about, and I was excited about this, and Mislav, if you're here, I'm sure you're excited. Chris Edwards announced Pi MEGA 5. So Pi MEGA 5, he had a stream yesterday, so this is like breaking news. And as you know, on this channel, I have featured Pi MEGA 4, and one of the fun things we did was, while I was highlighting it, all of the super chats that came in, I gave him half because the product was his. That was a blast. We actually had fun on that, and I want to thank all the people that supported that. We made a good chunk of change for him. I sent that over to him via PayPal, and he was very appreciative. We're not doing that today, but again, if you want to give your super chats, you can still do that today. You know, shameless plug there. But I am excited about Pi MEGA 5 because he claims it's 2 times faster. The load time was incredible on the Raspberry Pi 5. And what I really liked is he's moved away from Debian. Well, he's not really moved away from Debian, but he's moved to the Raspberry Pi OS as the underlying, so that'll load better, faster, while that's based on Debian anyway, but it's not his old Debian port. So it's going to be easier for him to get that updated. It's probably going to be a lot less resources used. That's probably why he's getting some better load times, but really excited about that. So if you have comments about Pi MEGA 5, put those in. If you've not, one of the things I failed to do is I should have done this. In the video description after this, I will add the 2 links to Perry Frantic's video and to Chris's video. Chris is hilarious. I had a chance to meet him at World of Commodore and spend time with him. He's his own person. And I really enjoy watching his videos. He's got a style that's not for everybody, I will say, but it works for me, I will say. So just thoughts about Pi MEGA 5, people in the chat. What are you thinking about Pi MEGA 5? Let's see if you have any thoughts. Wonder Dog, yes, Pi MEGA 5. Yeah, I watched the stream. Dr. Chris is the legend. I didn't, before I had a chance to meet him, I did not realize his Amiga cred. He's got some really good Amiga cred. So as a matter of fact, it was Mislav who put me on to watching Chris's videos. So appreciate that. And one doctor to another, I feel like I need to watch his stuff. So there you go. So that's really good. If you have any other comments about Pi MEGA, let's see. I'd say if we get an actual, we're back to, here we go. This is good. Taro says, I'd say, maybe Taro's a little behind. If we get an actual Commodore branded C64 Mini Maxi from Retro Games. Now see that, again, that would be great. I would love to see the Commodore brand on it as opposed to the Retro Games, because I think that would be interesting. But again, that's 2 separate things. So I'm too different. I don't know. I'm torn. I think it could work. I'm not convinced yet. So hopefully that explains some things. Let's see. Good that Chris is doing Pi MEGA 5. Good for community. I went Vampire route. Love what they are doing. I have an Amiga 600 and I want to put some kind of accelerator in it, and I just need time. And as you heard at the very beginning, I have no time right now. But I did make time for all of you today because I really wanted to let you guys know I was still out here. Wonder Dog says, Taro, I'm not sure official branding would make it sell much more. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's a good point. Would the brand actually help the C64 Mini Maxi? Would it help it sell more if it actually had the Commodore, the Commodore brand on it? Interesting. I have a couple of misters. The Amiga Core is great. I can't do misters. You've all heard me say it. I just can't do it because part of what I want when I go to my retro experience is I want the original keyboard layout. I don't want some PC keyboard connected to the mister and try. Now I know you can get one, but you got to have a separate keyboard. I'd rather just take the device, like the Spectrum Next, set it here, the Amiga set it, or the Amiga set it here, the MEGA65 set it here, and go. So there you go. So there's that. Let's see, Zap issue. Oh, thank you, Deft. Zap issue 26 is at page 34, 35. Okay, I will go back and check that. Zap. Let me write that down. Zap 26, issue 26. Maybe I missed that one. I could have sworn I've highlighted every one of them during every live stream. Of course, I've been away for a couple months, so maybe I missed the last one. And yeah, so I guess there is that case. So thank you for that. Still got my fingers crossed for it is in process, Stuart. As a matter of fact, if you go to the alternate MEGA65 cores page, it'll give you an update on that. And yes, there is a separate page for all the cores. As a matter of fact, you're going to see an alternate core on my MEGA65 when we finally get there and I shut up, right? I know you're all just, would you just quit talking and get to it? But let's see. Did you miss it or is my PDF fake? I think I just missed it, Deft. Thank you for that, though. Probably the case. You know, it's been a rough couple of months. All right, turning 60 and 2025 have not been the best year so far, but I am convinced because I'm an optimist. It's going to get better. All right, it's going to get better. Let's see. I've 1 foot. Hold on, let me get that up here. I have 1 foot on the Terrible Fire and the other on the Pi Storm bandwagon when it comes to Amiga accelerators. Yeah, the Pi Storm, I think is where I'm headed. I think that's what I'm going to look at. Mislav, that's true. Hoping to pick up an Amiga. Oh, very nice, Mr. Landfill. Very cool. Look forward to seeing that. All right. If you have any other news items, feel free to drop those in, but I think we need to move on. The last couple of things are really things we've already talked about. I do want to remind you that Vintage Computer Festival Southwest is coming, or is going on right now. So we are competing with that. So there should be some YouTube features from that coming soon, so be on the lookout. If you are in the Discord, my Discord, and we'll talk about how you can do that later. Actually, we're probably going to talk about that here in just a minute. But if you are interested in what's going on, I do have Evil J is there now, and he's posting in our Discord some of the things he's seen, which has been really fun. I appreciate him doing that. And he's been putting some things in our Vic channel, and our VCF MW is the channel, but we're putting all things Vintage Computer Festival in there. I'll probably go back and just put that VCF and rename that. But I've been keeping up vicariously through Evil J. So Evil J will probably come back and watch this later. So wanted to make sure he knew. I appreciated him posting those. And then I mentioned earlier, the MEGA65 Chapter 7 video is coming. All I have to do, it's a lot more than that, but I have recorded all of the content from the MEGA65. The script is complete so that they line up, and all I need to do now is record it and then edit. The edit is going to be a little bit different on this one, but I think it's going to be better than what I've done. I think this is a smaller chapter, so it's going to let me experiment with some things. So we'll see. But anyway, that is coming as well. So that's the other news item. And then lastly, I want your guys' opinion. I want to talk to you a little bit about those of you, and those of you who aren't supporting the channel. I guess in some ways you can kind of plug your ears, but maybe if you want to become a supporter, maybe you can help share. So here's what's happening. As I was having my taxes done for this year, I have started to generate revenue, as you all know, for the channel. So I have like a small business thing going on the side. But what I notice is that because I'm using Buy Me a Coffee, all of you supporting who are overseas is causing a lot of tax implications, which I never even thought about that. I have to apply to collect taxes in every country from every place that everybody is becoming a member. Now, that's because of the problem with Buy Me a Coffee, the way it works. It goes through a Stripe account, and that Stripe account requires that. So I'm thinking, okay, so this is where I'm not making any drastic moves. I'm not doing it overnight. But as I research, and I would have the same problem if I were using Patreon. There we go. I'll get it right here in a minute. What I'm thinking about doing is just moving to completely all YouTube memberships. Now, the problem with all YouTube memberships is I don't get it as much of a kickback. I'm not concerned about that as much as I am taking the workload off of me. So the question I think I want to ask of you, so think about this and you can put it in chat a little bit later or now. I'm thinking about throwing away Buy Me a Coffee and doing everything using YouTube to keep it all in a single place. They automatically take care of all the international stuff, so I don't have to worry about that too. So just for simplicity and trying to make things easier so I have more time to do the real stuff, which is the on-screen stuff and the editing, I'm thinking about that. So thoughts in chat. Let me know what you think. I appreciate it. And those of you who use Buy Me a Coffee to support me, really let me know what you think. Now, what that would mean is I would need to create some additional, I do have, as a matter of fact, you can go down and support the channel using a YouTube membership right now. I think I've got it set for the $5 a month. I would need to create some additional ones for the producer and executive producer and talk about those perks. The other thing I'm probably going to end up doing going forward is this may be the last year for the annual gifts. I'm not sure about that. I think you all like those. So those of you who are executive producers, I like actually sending it, but it's, as we continue to grow, that gets harder and harder. So I don't know. Give me some thoughts. I'm really anxious to hear what you all say. I don't want to harm your ability to support the channel. And maybe, if you're just doing super chat, and I love that too. If you just do super chats, I love that. You don't have to be a member to support the channel. But at some point, I want to figure out how those of you that support via super chats can also get into the Discord. So there's that too. Yes, Mislav is, this is why he's my favorite. And again, I guess now I really don't have any compunction saying he's my favorite. Check this out. I'm doing both. I'm a YouTube member. Should I just ditch my Buy Me a Coffee now and increase my membership? Well, the problem is you can't until I create another one. But yes, if you think that would be the better way, I need to create a couple of separate levels and do that. I think that's just easier. The other thing I also like to is when we're in live streams, you get little icons next to your name so that I look at it and know you're a supporter immediately. I don't get that with Buy Me a Coffee. And what I don't like about YouTube is I can't give away free memberships. So if I could do Buy Me a Coffee and then give away free YouTube memberships, that would be great, but I can't do that. So there's that. So, wow. I've been talking a lot, haven't I? We're at 38 minutes and all you've heard me do is go blah, 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 blah. We need to get to some stuff here. So before, the last thing, I just want to share my shirt. The lovely accountant and I had a chance to see the Lieutenant Dan band last night. So Lieutenant Dan is, the other side, is part of the Gary Sinise Foundation. Gary Sinise, Lieutenant Dan in the movie Forrest Gump. There we go. And it's a full band. It's mainly covers, but he also plays some original stuff that he found his son had written before his son passed away to cancer. So really, we just had a blast. It was at our local military installation camp, Atterbury. Just great. Oh, check out the back too. I like the back. Let's see if I can do that. I can't see, so I'm going to assume you can read that. So I thought I'd support them today and thank them for coming to our little military installation, National Guard installation in Indiana and rocking us. It was good. We enjoyed it. And it was also cool because it was the opening of a new all hands club. For those of you who've been in the military, it's like the country club restaurant and stuff for everybody. And we were just fortunate enough that we have one of those at our National Guard base. So I think that's it. Okay, I think that gets all of our news. Let me go ahead and just check in on chat here one last time and see if we have anything. Let me get those new comments loaded. Let's see what you've said. The Tarot, that's a good one too. There is the new Spectrum next. Kickstarter 3 is going to launch. I have the 2. I can't think of any reason I need to go to the 3, but tell me if I do. Mr. Landfill, VIC-20, C64, MEGA500, and CD32. Wow, all in a single haul. That is amazing. Okay, what just happened here? Hold on just a second. Okay, there's Taro. I have no problem moving from coffee to YouTube. Thank you. Oh, there's Cutie Honey. Please post this as a video. Please post this as a video as well. So, Tara, Cutie, let me know. What do you mean? You mean this will all? Yeah, this will still be live afterwards. I won't shut this down. I think that's what you're asking. So, I use Buy Me a Coffee process as well. I'm doing both. Yeah, we talked about that. Not fussed really. Well, yeah. So I'm just, maybe Wonder Dog. I don't know. I've seen some channels have money held back over suspected strike, copyright things, and or tone. Yeah, I've seen that. I've worked through that. You know, and originally I was worried about that, but I think one of the things, for instance, you notice I didn't have any music at the beginning of this. I'm not going to do music from White Bat at the beginning of my streams anymore, because every time I have to make sure I've had, 90% of them I've posted and put his credit. I had one where I didn't, and all of a sudden that one got suspended because I used the music and I didn't post it. So I'm either going to come up with some original music, maybe ask Retro Cat, my daughter, to come up with something. She's kind of a musician, but I'm not going to be using. As a matter of fact, on the new channel, I don't use any music. So I think I've kind of worked through the things that keep me out of trouble. So. Problem of most Patreon is that you have to pay a fee to Patreon itself. Don't know. Yeah, there's a slight fee, but it's very small. YouTube is a much higher fee. I will say that. So I will be losing. You all will know what decision I make. Having several was for people to help send support would be best, I think. Oh, I see. Several different ways. Yeah, I got it. Cool shirt. Thank you. Awesome shirt. Thank you. Love the shirt. Shirt's better than you yammering on. Move on, dude. Let's see. Lots of, let's see, where is that? I suspect there will be, yeah, that's what I think too. I think there's going to be a few changes, but Spectrum Next I saw that. I don't want to play C64 titles on my Specky. And I also don't want to play Specky titles on my MEGA65. It's all that keyboard thing. I don't want to have to figure all that out. It's just wrong. I mean, it's cool that you can do it, but it's not what I want. Loads of copyright stuff is AI assessed. It's just risky. I get it. YouTube are really bad for automatic strikes. I've been okay. As a matter of fact, I did challenge one and won, which really, for the other channel, it was for the other channel. There was a video and they said it was bad for the community. I took their little training and I saw nothing in it where I deserved that strike. So I challenged it. And believe it or not, here's what's fun. I used AI to write my challenge letter back to them, which was, I think, brilliant. And they got it back and accepted it. And then the video's live. And it's actually up to 100 and some thousand views. And one of my most viewed videos on the other channel right now. So I'm working through that stuff, right? Okay. Lastly, and this is where, let me just do this. So this is what we used to do. So, we used to go over here and we used to support using the link below. But you can still go down there and look and find links. For a while, Buy Me a Coffee is still available. If you wanted to send over a thank you, you can do that. I'll probably change that to a PayPal tip thing. Tips are free. No tax on tips. I don't think that's going to work for social media. Although I'm interested to see if tips for social media content creators will get taxed in this new tax on tips thing that's being proposed. So that'll be interesting. If then I'll be asking for all tips. Forget, just tip me up to a certain amount, I think is what it is. But also don't forget to join, subscribe, thumbs up, do all that stuff down below. And again, if you're really interested in supporting the channel, give me a super chat down there, and happy to take that. That's an easy way to do it, and it just goes, and there we go. All right, let's get to the stuff. All right, let me bring it. So here's what we're going to talk about today. I probably need to put this over here. Yeah, there we go. I had been fascinated with an email I received about, it's probably about a month ago, maybe 3 months. It was the WoW C64 shooters collection on itch.io. And what it was 10 shooters, C64 shooter games, all on a single cartridge. And I was just fascinated with it. Wanted to play it, didn't have time. And then I thought, you know what? I need to do a live stream. I want to play these games. Why don't I just combine those and do that together with the group? So, and then I decided, then I had to make a decision. Am I going to play that on the C64, the 128, or the MEGA65? And I, of course, just went to the MEGA65 because the MEGA65 also recently had an upgrade to the C64 core. They're up to 5.2. And while it's always supported cartridge files, I think I really wanted to do, oh, what do we have here? Hold on a second. Looks like I can't feature it that way. Let me bring that up. Looks like, oh, that's because it's not live yet. There we go. Let's see. Hold on. What is, there we go. No. There we go. Specky for life. Thank you, Underdog, for that. I'm also, Mislov, I see yours, but unfortunately on the YOLO box, it's not supporting it. Mislov, just member for 24 months at the Commodore 64. So there you go. I appreciate that. That's really great. Okay, if you wish. So thank you for that. And then again, for Wonder Dog for the super chat. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Thank you so much. And let me go ahead and do this right here. And thank you both for supporting the channel. That's so cool. And so back to the MEGA65. Oh my goodness, Mislov also is kicking in. He's gone crazy. He's gone super chat crazy because he wants to see his name in lights. There you go, my friend. Thank you for that, Mislov. Really appreciate it. Again, my favorite executive producer of all time. Just by the way, you'll notice that Mislov also has the wrench by his name. Jamie also has that. They are helpers in the chat as well. And they can post URLs for us, ban people if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, all those kinds of things. So very cool. Okay, so yes, definitely Desert Blizzard. Thank you so much for that, for sure. That is really cool that you did that. Member for 24 months. That's outstanding. Okay, now, so back to the MEGA65. So with the release of the new core and other things, I decided I wanted to update that. So what we're going to do is we're going to play the games. So I've got a really interesting setup. So here's what I have. I have the MEGA65. We're going to look at the cores that I have here. I also have the wireless CX40 Plus, which I'm just really digging. So the wireless, again, I don't have the link for this is down below if you're interested in that, but it is really nice not to have this cable, especially during live streams. Now here's part of the problem though, is I am a little delayed. There's a little delay, so I'm not going to do really well. We're looking at the games. We're not trying to ace them or win them. We're just going to look and see what games they include, okay? And then the other thing I wanted to try is, while you can download a .crt file, it also, I wanted to check and see if the Kung Fu Flash would work with the MEGA65 core. Insert this and it should automatically boot to the C64 core with the Kung Fu Flash. That's a new feature, a newer feature. I don't think it's not new as of 5.2, but it's a newer feature of the C64 core, so that on the MEGA65, when you plug in a C64 cartridge, it automatically boots to the core. And that's so much better than booting to C64 mode on the MEGA65 because the compatibility is better. Wonder Dog, look in the video description below, and I've got a link for the CX40 Plus if you want to find that down there. I do like it. I dig it. It's really cool. There's also a the 2-button version. I can't remember the number on. Is that the 54 or something like that? But there's a wireless version of that too. So anyway, I'm really excited about it. So let's go ahead and fire up. So here's my new version. You ready? Here we go. Well, let me turn it on first. Let me go ahead. I'm going to hit no scroll and I'm going to fire this up. This is going to take us to our cores menu. And there you go. See, it's not working. Let me just see if I can fire it up normally here. Let me see. I may have. It was working yesterday. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on, folks. Let me see if maybe I might be on the wrong input. Let me check my inputs here. Looks like my retro computer input was working just yesterday. Let me turn it off, turn it back on. Let's see if, could be my capture card. Let's see what's going on. Come on. There is an update to the YOLO box. It was released right before I started the stream, and I said I'm not upgrading because I know everything's working. And sure enough, not everything's working. So there you go. Let's see. Maybe I just need to. I've had this happen before. Let me try. Oh, this is fraught with all kinds of issues. We're going to try it anyway. Okay, that's that one. Let me do this one. That would be this one right here. Sometimes you just have to unplug them and plug them back in on the yellow box right now. So let's unplug that. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Still not showing up. Let me see if I've got something here. Wow, this is not going to be good if I cannot show you the screen. Okay, let me try one more thing here. Do I have that in the right one? Yes. I'm a little concerned. All right, let's try this one more time here. Well, folks, you know what that means. You knew you were going to get one. All right, I hate to do this, but I am going to work through this. Give me a few seconds. You guys continue to chat, and I apologize. But I'm going to see if I can get this fixed. So hang in there for just a second, because we can't do anything if I can't show you the MEGA65. And again, it was just working yesterday. This is what always happens. Welcome to a Retro Combs. Yeah, he broke it. Here we go. Okay, I'll be back, guys. Hang on just a second. Oh, and I'm going to turn off my audio so when I swear you won't hear me. I'm kidding. Okay, I think I have. Well, what I've done is it's not great, but I think I can figure this out. So here's what's happened. I think and I'm going to find out what's going on. My capture card, which is what takes my screen and lets me do some 4x3, 16x9s. It's just not working. I don't know what's going on. I am not going to fool with it now, but I think I can't get nothing's booting, and that's my little Cloner Alliance. However, one of the things I wasn't aware of, because I could not do this on the A10 Mini, I can on the YOLO box, which is pretty phenomenal. I was able just to plug in directly and get this screen. So now the problem with it though is it is stretched out. 16x9. I can't get a 4x3. I don't think there's any way I can change that. Let me check my edit here. Looks like I can't. Yeah, I can't change anything. On the other hand, though, what that does is it kind of messes up this view, but I think I can fix that. So let me see if I can fix this. I'm going to see if I can fix this live where we can see the entire screen. I am going to bounce out here. I'll tell you what, before I do that, let me do this. Let me go into the core menu. So again, what I'm going to do is I am going to turn that off, hold no scroll, boot up, and that brings us here. So now, as you can see, because of the setup I have, I'm going to fix that, I think. So I'm going to edit that mix right here. And I'm going to see if I can move that down a little bit. Oh, looks like it is cropped out completely. Let me see if I can. Yeah, it's all cropped. Let's replace that with this view right here. Done. Yeah, it is unfortunately cropping that off in my here. So for now, apologies. I'll try and fix it again. I'm just trying to do a makeshift thing here. I know you all just love to watch me struggle and figure out how to fix these errors. I'm gonna go ahead and save that for now, but what's gonna happen is you can't see everything over on the side, but at least you can see the antenna. Hopefully the C64 core, we can get that fired up and you'll be able to see that. But as you can see, I have not updated the MEGA65 factory core yet. There is a new version of that. By the way, what do you think about this little view over here? It used to be a small window. Now you get more me. Not that you needed more me. So the MEGA65 has not been updated. I'm still on, I think, was it 0.96? I think 0.97 has been released. I've got a development core I need to update, but the C64 core for the MEGA65 has been upgraded. The MegaPet core has also been updated. I want to share that with you too. So that is available. Let me go ahead and bring that up and just let you take a quick look at that. And here you go. You can see the screen again. I can't change anything right now. Let's go ahead and press space, but you can see it boots up and there you go. Now that actually looks pretty good. And you probably heard the little bleep, 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 bleep. So that's good too. So I think that's good news for when we get to the C64 core. So let's go ahead and boot back to the core menu. And when I do that, let's go ahead into the C64 for MEGA65 and boot into that. That's what we'll be using today to play our games. Let's hope that everything is fine. There, okay, so that's good. Yeah, the chirp on the pet was good, isn't it, Taro? Okay, so this is good. I can see that. Let me go ahead. I'm going to make just a quick adjustment here. I do like that is working. All right, let me get that. All right, so the good news is, while my capture card isn't working that goes into my YOLO box can capture this. So that is a big plus. Okay, so now here we are. Now if I hit help, and that was going to be cut off before. I knew that was going to be cut off. You can see we have our menu. But one of the things you can do is you can load CRTs from here. So if I go into my WOW directory, so what I've done is I've basically copied the .crt files over to my SD card in a subdirectory called WOW, because now it supports subdirectories. And you can see we have WOW.crt, which I could load here, but there's also an Easy Flash cart. Now the Easy Flash cart is what I put on here. So when we plug that in, we should be able to go right to that. We're going to find that out. But let me just show you first of all what it looks like this way. Let's go ahead and load the cart. Reboots. And there we go. So it just loads that quickly, and you can see we have our 10 games right there, 1 through 0. Now, here's the thing I wanted to check. Let's go back in here. As a matter of fact, let's not do it that way. I want to make sure and clear that completely. So I'm going to turn off the computer. I'm going to wait a few seconds and I'm going to turn it back on. Just again, MEGA65 for those of you who may just be bouncing in here. Okay, and of course it goes back to that screen, okay? So then I'm going to take this cartridge that I've put the Easy Flash on and I'm going to plug it in. So let me show you what I'm doing here. So we're going to plug this in. Oh, let me turn it off. Woo! Almost made that mistake, didn't I? We'll plug this in, and then we're going to turn it back on and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to hit the switch. I'm going to go back to the screen now so that you can see what's going on. And there it goes. It worked. So what it did, and I can verify that it works because if I go into my menu, and my menu is, you do that by pressing this little button right here, we should see the Easy Flash or the Kung Fu Flash menu, and there it is. And you can see I had the Wow Easy Flash. So what I'm excited about on this is the fact that you can now boot to the C64 core from a C64 cartridge, including the Kung Fu Flash. That, folks, for me, makes this the best Commodore retro creation ever. I'm sorry, it just does. I love it. I got an actual physical hard drive. I have the opportunity to boot right from a cartridge to C64 mode. I have all the advantages of the MEGA65, which when you see my Chapter 7 stuff and you see the networking stuff we have with the MEGA65, just blows everything else out of the water. Love it. There's a great community around it. This is my favorite. Now, I say that by also saying that I have ordered an Ultimate 2 motherboard for my C64C, which has a lot of the same things, but it's just specifically for C64. That'll probably be like my favorite C64, but this is my favorite overall Commodore retro experience right now. I'm telling you, I know they're pricey. Save your dollars, mow some yards, take a second job. get part of that gig economy. Go, run a few Ubers or Lyfts for a couple of weeks, make you some money, and then go out and get one of these. You're just going to have a blast with it. I'm sorry, I don't know if or when the price is coming down, but this is fabulous. Okay, and it just boots from that. So I'm really excited about that. Well, what's interesting, Taro, is you really don't need the Pico Rad expansion unit because if I hit help, let me go back in here. If I hit help, you can simulate your memory expansion. So you have that option right here, simulate the 1750 REU. So you don't need that. So again, there you go. Now, the one thing I will say that I hope we get worked out pretty quickly, and I don't know if we can do this in the core or not, is I would really love to see, and maybe it's available, maybe somebody in the MEGA65 community can tell me, what I would really love to see is the opportunity to use the network adapter as a modem in the C64 core and in MEGA65, which you kind of can, so that we can call up our BBSs on here through Telnet. I really want that. Somebody needs to help me figure that out. I will do a video on that if somebody will help me figure that out, because that would just be the coolest thing. And I don't care if it's the C64 core or if it's the other way. Okay, so let's just, one more time, I want to show you. I'm going to turn it off. The cartridge is installed. You can see that right here. We're going to turn it back on and we are going to boot. And there we go. So what do you think, guys? Curious. The other thing I will say that you need to do is when you okay, let me see if I can show you this, because this is important. You may be saying, oh, if I just load the core, it'll work. It doesn't work just like that. Let me show, hopefully I don't mess this up, but let me show you one thing. I'm going to bring up the core menu again. And if you go down here and you hit Control, was that 2? If you look there, you see the option says right there at 2. You need to make sure that that's selected. C64 128 cartridge will automatically boot that core. You need to do that, okay? If you don't do that, then it won't work the way I'm showing you. So make sure you do that as well. All right, so pretty cool. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Turn it back on. And hopefully, I've got a little thing over here. It just keeps asking about this video all the time. I think I'm gonna have to Maybe the upgrade will do that. So now we're back to the Cytronic. So let's go back. Let me just check on chat, see how you guys are doing, see what I have missed. And again, sorry for the bug fix slide. Although I know some of you really, it's just not a Retro Combs live stream without the bug zap slide, right? So, oh, and Dan, if you're still showing this stream, sorry, you just had that slide up for a while. Glad I was able to figure it out as quickly as I was, actually. And again, I'll figure out what's going on over here with this capture card. I may have to get a replacement. I don't know if they'll send me a replacement since they sent this one for free or not. We'll find out. Maybe I can just reset it. Let's see. Anyone getting the new NES style 8-bit do charging docking station? Oh, I haven't seen that. That's interesting. Mine are, some of you are already on it. Looking into it, funds are my issue. If it's as good as the keyboard, I'd be happy. This keyboard is phenomenal. This keyboard is, they're mechanical keys. You can just hear those. Oh, it's great. Love the keyboard. I saw a review for someone, can't recall, on YouTube. Oh, you're talking about the other keyboard. I'm sorry. Got you. Okay, you guys are still talking about, you were talking about that while I was, okay, I'm catching up now. Let's see, you can change the C64 core to 16:9. Can I? I don't know that I need to because it's working fine, which is good. I wish I could change the MEGA65 to 4:3. That would be what I would really want to have to. Maybe, can we do that? I don't think we can do that, but it would really be nice if the HDMI out there was a way that we could put that in 4:3. That is a core request right there. And I don't even know if that's technically possible. I know we can get 4:3 out on the VGA, but I don't like to capture VGA into this. I like this, but that's just me. So it's not everybody. So thank you for that. Stretch is fine. Yeah, it is about the, yeah, that's right. Love the chirp of the pet. Yeah, we talked about that. Managed to update my MEGA65, was feeling quite nervous when I updated the factory core. Yeah, they've got that worked out really well, Stuart. It is super easy as long as you follow the steps to update that core. That's what I'm going to be doing. Probably not today, probably next weekend. I'm going to get that core updated. Although I'm hesitant to update the core because everything works right now until I get Chapter 7 done. So I'll probably wait until I get Chapter 7 completed and out before I update. Way more, yeah, I agree, Tara. It's very easy. Having done it once, I don't feel quite so nervous. Yep, I was lucky. The folks at MEGA65 helped me. They allowed me to help kind of work through that process and getting that done. So Pico Red, we'll try to save up. Yes, do that. Got to give a shout out about the MEGA65 dust cover I recently got. Yeah, aren't they fabulous? I love So Ready. They have been fabulous. I have So Readies on everything. I owe them. My gosh, I feel so bad. And if anybody else has this, let me know. I owe them dimensions of a C116. She will make me a cover for the 116, and she'll also make others if she has the dimensions. I just haven't had time to sit there and give her all the dimensions. If somebody has all the dimensions of the 116, if you will send that to me, I will send those to her. As a matter of fact, I owe somebody the dimensions for the, I need to send her the dimensions for the dual 1581 that we've not, the new version. What is it? The bit. Who makes the new 1581 dual drive? It's over there. I don't want to get up and go over there. I can't remember. But anyway, she'll make us she probably will make us one of those for that too. But get this cover if you have a C65, MEGA65 or a C65. Fits both. So there you go. I will agree to your statement about the best recreation as soon as I can make the 3.5 device 9 and the device 9 can be used with the C64 core. Really? That's an interesting use case. 1 megabyte expansion RAM would be nice also. What did it go up to? Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yep. Okay. Gotcha. And maybe that'll come. I'm not sure if that's, you did change the C64 core to 60 mile. That's why it works nicely. The C64 core, but can we change the MEGA65 to 4:3 so that it doesn't stretch on HDMI automatic? I'm just thrilled that I can plug in directly to the YOLO box and get an input. Because on the A10 Mini, I could not. So even this is good. By the way, I need to do something really quickly. I got to capture some video. Hold on. I almost forgot. I need to capture some video. How meta is that? Yes, that's for my my video on my studio exchange. So I need to grab some of that. So thank you for that. No, you cannot change the aspect on the core. Yeah, I do like the word yet. I'm digging the word yet. So thank you for that. So let's get into the game. What time is it? We are, wow, we don't have a lot of time to check out these games. Well, I don't know. We're only an hour and 10 in. We usually go a couple hours if you're still hanging in there with me. 34 of you have hung in this long. If you came here just for the games, I'm sorry. We've had a lot going on. So let's get back to the games. Let's check it out. Okay, so this is by Cytronics. This is the WoW, that's what I call shoot 'em ups. And there are 10 games here, as you can see. And you can select the games by hitting the appropriate button on the left. Now, what's really nice about this is since it's a cartridge, I believe we'll be able to just hit the reset and go right back in to restart. So 10 games on a single cartridge. That was of interest. And then the other thing of interest is, how good are these games? Now, we don't have a lot of time to go into all of them. We'll just kind of play them. But here's what I want from you, from the community. Do me a favor, as you're looking at these, I want you to build your list. What's your top game, at least from looks, from what you know about the game, from what I play? What do you like about it? Okay, or which is your favorite? And we'll come back in and look at that. I may look every once in a while after each game, and we'll take a look. But let's go ahead and go into our first game. First of all, I need to pair my wireless joystick here, and you can see this is flashing over here. There's a little button on the back. If I just tap that, you'll see that'll turn on, and then that immediately locked in. It's not flashing anymore. So those are locked in and ready. So that's pretty cool. By the way, again, let me know if this is this too much, this view? Would you prefer a little circle, or is this okay? I just feel like you need to see more of me. I don't know why. I'm working all this out. So looks like we can move our little pointer up and down, or we can press the number. Let's go ahead and we will start with number 1. And the first game is something called Arena. All right, here we go. Press the button. And I like how fast these games are going to load since it's cartridge based. All right, let's see if we have sound. I'm going to need to go to my headphones. We do have sound. Let me know how the sound, is that too loud? I can change that pretty much on the fly, guys. That's so much easier than, it's so much easier to change the sound too than it was on my ATEM. Let's go in here. That seems a little loud to me. What do you think, guys? Give me, this is okay. This works fine. This is fine. Good. Okay, perfect. All right, so this is Arena Special Edition. This is from 2018, so it looks like they've taken just a mix of their games and they've put them on this single cartridge. By the way, this is a free download. I was ready to pay for this because I was so interested in it, but it is a free download. Link is in the video description down below, so go down there and take a look at it. I think it's a great compilation. Arena, Queen of the Amazon. Oh my goodness, this looks a little bit like, oh, so, oh my goodness. Yeah, this is, again, these are shooters. So this is like a, and can I, yeah, these are shooters that, this is a shooter that looks like a Barbarians game, like the Barbarians. What was that game called? The Barbarian, was it Barbarian? Barbarians at the, I don't remember. Right, so these will all play pretty similarly. We're just, oh, I like the leftover body on the ground. That's good. You can shoot left and right. Uh-oh. Oh, my. So this is just pretty much trying to get through. You can go diagonal, too. That's nice. Okay. I'm glad I'm using this joystick. This is a good joystick for this. Uh-oh. Those are holes. Don't do that. Guys, this is fun. Kind of like this. Oh, fell in the hole again. I don't know how many lives I have, but I surely am not going to last much longer. I ran into him. Ah, a little trick. You can grab these guys on the side. There you go. Oh, they're on to me. Oh, game over. All right. That's not bad. I kind of like that. So, Arena Special Edition. Let's see what you guys thought about Arena Special Edition. Taro said the Sid tune sounds familiar. Commando, not quite Commando, a little bit different. Aztec Chow. Oh, yeah, I didn't think about it. Yeah, definitely some Rambo vibes for sure. See y'all later. Glad to see. No wonder dog. I was glad to be. I'm streaming too. That too. Wasn't there shoot 'em up construction? There was. Yes. Shoot 'em up construction kit. You think they did all these with that? Surely not. Looks like a simple game that could be done. Could be. You know, I wonder if you need to port that over to the MEGA65. That would be fun. Yep, and Cheerio for sure. Okay, so that is the first one. Now, what we should be able to do is just go ahead and hit reset and the Kung Fu Flash come back. We're going to give that a shot and see what happens. Oh, it didn't do it. I guess I have to restart. So looks like instead of reset, I just need to power off and power back on. That should take care of everything. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. Still, that's a lot better than having to reload the next game from a 1541, even with Jiffy DOS. There we go. Let me go ahead and just said the game was made. Oh, did it say that? Oh, I missed that. How much fun. There you go. So you guys nailed it. So probably every one of these games was made with that. So still a lot of fun. Still, you have to put some time in for the resources for sure. So let's do, what's this next one? Is this Bank Run? Shoot 'em up construction kit. Does it say here? Let's see. Let's see. Copyright, the news, game design, graphics. Don't see that on this one. Like the music. Okay, this is Bank Run. This game was created by Alf Yagvi? Oh. Sideways scrolling shoot 'em up construction kit. There it is. So these are all shoot 'em up construction kits. Hey, we learned something today. I did not even think about that when I was playing these. All right, get ready, partner. Oh yeah, here we go. Interesting. There's no gunshot sound. And oh, don't shoot her. Oh, was I supposed to catch that? I bet I was. Yeah, I don't like that there's no gunshot sounds on this one. That seems like a miss. Seems like that should have been easy. All right. I got a high score, but it's the only time I've played. I don't like that one. Yeah, I don't care for that one at all. What do you guys think about that one? Are you guys keeping, keep your list too, by the way. Let me know which one is your favorite so far. You know, keep a list and say, okay, this one's my favorite so far. We'll come back to that. How close is the A600 keyboard layout to the M65? It's close enough. You could, now you don't have an A2 Amiga key, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem, so I'll have to see. Variation of West Bank, I don't know. I don't know that one. I don't know West Bank. I guess I would have to take a look at that and see. All right, let's reboot. Let's get away from that one. That one was not my favorite. Sounds still okay. It's not too loud for you guys, is it? I feel like it's a little loud for me. Let me see if I can turn down my monitoring volume here. I don't want to turn down my program, I don't think. I think that'll turn down everything. I don't think I can change. I'm sure there's a way I can change that volume, but I'm not going to touch it because everything's working. Okay, the next one we're going to try is Border Blast. So again, created, let's see who created this one. You can tell you can, at least with the construction kit, you can do some different things and you can set your game apart. We've already seen that just from the 2 games we've tried. New Dimension proudly presents Border Blast 3 Mission to Save America. Okay, this one's by Alf again. So I'm sure he was using the construction kit. Yep, there it is. Border Blast, a sequel to the games Border War from 1989 and Border Blast 2 from 1992. The year is 2035. The first border war between China and the United States ended. During this conflict, the U.S. had erected a protective force field. I see 18 likes. Thank you, though. Appreciate that. All right. Got about 30 folks watching. I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me, especially through the... I'm giving you a chance to watch this a little bit. Port controls a jet armed with lasers and bombs. Player 1 can shoot direct fire. Player 2... So this one can be a 2-player. Press spacebar. All right, let's press our spacebar. Got 19 likes is what I'm showing, guys. Let's hit those likes for me if you don't mind. Border Blast 3. All right, here we go. Get ready. I don't know, I kind of like the background story on this. I like that they spent some time with that. That always makes games more fun when you kind of know what's the story. I'm going to assume I need to press. Yeah. Oh. Well, this is just like Iridian, right? Oh yeah, no, this is a game I can get into. All right, yes. It is a front, backward, side shooter. I like it. I wonder if there's going to be power-ups. But my question is, why does the software construction kit not let you have the firing sounds? Where are the firing sounds? That's a miss. I want to know I'm shooting. I want that sound. It doesn't have to be loud either, but what is that about? Anybody know? Is that not a feature? Somebody needs to build that in. I know not all the sound channels have to be used right now, surely. Oh, I didn't mean to. I meant to backward fire on that one. I am not doing well. Oh, I'm going to do that one more time. I'm going to play through that, but why am I not getting shooting sounds? Enter your name. Yep, enter. Let's try one more on that one. Yes, pew, pew, pew. We're missing the pew, pew, pew. Thank you. That's what I needed. We're missing the pew, pew. Is that sound disabled? Can you enable it? I don't think you have the option. But yeah, we're missing the pew, pew sounds. I'm not going to try and get a score here. I'm just going to try and move up the board a little bit more and see what we have. Well, hopefully I'll do better than that. Was that a power up over there? Oh, that was energy. Oh, I just ran into the building. I don't see any power ups on this one either. At least I've not seen any yet. Unless I'm shooting something that was the power up. I do like the graphics. And the gameplay's really good. It's smooth, so I like that. Oh! So I tried to shoot behind me, and it instead ran into the enemy. Okay, we're getting a little bit further, so you get a chance to see a little bit more of the game here. My reflexes are not as good as they once were. Imagine that. Seems like it's getting repetitive now. Is that what you guys... I don't see anything really new. Oh, I was gonna... Let's get that energy. See, no energy power up either. I would like to have seen that. Some kind of sound. Okay, so there is that game. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so let me know what you think about that game. We'll go in the chat here, check that out, see if you had any thoughts on that one. Pew, pew, pew. Yes, I missed the pew, pew, pew. I don't know how you would even turn that on because there's no menu here for that. You have to do it yourself. I am not going to sit here and go pew, pew, pew. I mean, we don't even get the explosions, so that's kind of a miss. Vote on Stephen doing his own pew pews. No, I'm not doing it, Neil. Thank you, though. Looks like Xevious is one of my favorites. Yeah, and it would be really good, Tawny, if they had all the sounds. I'm disappointed by that. Let's try 4. So that was Border Blast. So we played Arena, Bank Run, Border Blast. So hopefully you're keeping score. Which one's your favorite so far? Okay, so every time I play a new one, you decide if it's better than the previous one, because I am going to ask. So get ready. I'm going to ask you all which one you liked the best from what you saw. Let's see. Cosmic Combat DX. All right, let's try it. Cosmic Combat DX. Hey, we're doing good on time, too. Like that. I assume the stream's been doing okay. We haven't had any hiccups. That's good. So there's at least that plus. We'll go with that. I do like that. Let's see if there's any option. I don't think there's any options at all for sound. I think all I get is music. This game is for 1 or 2 players. Now, the previous game would have been good with 2 players. Okay, this one has bonus stages. This is starting to feel like Galaga, folks. Let's see. I get a Galaga vibe from this. Yeah, Indiana's blazing hot today too, Mr. Landfill. Oh yeah, this has got... Yeah, these are Galaga vibes right here. Hey, it's got the pew-pews and the explosions though. So maybe it's you either get music or you get pew-pews and explosions. If I have to choose, I want pew-pews and explosions. This is not horrible. Oh, this is not horrible. This is a nice little version of again, like a Galaga clone. Let's see if we can get through this first level here. 50 points. Oh gosh, they're coming wave after wave. I hope we get some variation on these waves. I hope it's not. Oh, well, we get some variation. They're harder, that's for sure. Oh my. Oh, gee. I knew I was. Oh my goodness. Like the sound. Now see, that's the way you do it. Oh, bonus stage. Yeah. So I'm going to assume. Let's try that middle. On Galaga, it's just hang in the middle and do what you can. Oh yeah, it works. I see, that's good. I like that sound. Pew-pews and power-ups. Gonna assume it's coming over here next. Oh, it's way over here. Oh, I messed this one up. I should have stayed in the middle. Yeah, if I'd stayed in the middle, I probably would have. I just used my Galaga trick for the first couple of waves. Well done, pilot. Prepare for the next wave. Cosmic Combat. Okay, I'm digging this one. But I like Galaga. Galaga is one of my favorite games. And we get difference in attackers too. I like. Oh, there's a kind of our old ones back. I like it. Oh my goodness, this is getting crazy now. Oh, my 60-year-old reflexes aren't going to be able to keep up with it, especially with the lag. Like I said, there's just a little bit of a lag, a delay. It's because of the YOLO box, but oh, that looks impossible, folks. But that was good. I like that one. I don't want to give it away what's my favorite so far, but that one would be way up there so far. Again, because we have the pew-pews, the explosions, and it doesn't overdo a bunch of music in lieu of that. So very, very cool. I like that one. What'd you guys think of that one? Let's see. Let's see. We talked about that. Programmed by Martin Piper. I think he has... Oh, does he? Well, hopefully you guys will reach out to him and let him know that we talk to him about his game. He breaks down. Oh, really? That could be interesting. Somebody need to check that out. Currently smoldering at a quick charger. Yeah, enjoy it. You should have you shouldn't be smoldering. Your air should be on, Jamie. You should not be smoldering. Surely you can have your air on while you're charging in that thing. Almost Megalomania vibes. Megalomania never had bonus rounds. Okay. I think we have a winner so far. I agree, Tani. I think so far that's where we are. One sound and bonus level sounds like the one on Paradroid. Yeah, you might be right on that one. I'm trying to remember Paradroid. I know the game, but I'm trying to remember the sound. That was a nice one. Best so far. Yeah, I agree, folks. So that right there is worth the price of admission. Which, did I mention the price of admission is $0? But again, I like it that they're all on this one cartridge, which is nice. All right, what's up next? That was Cosmic Combat. We are now almost halfway through with Double or Nothing. Let's do Double or Nothing. I'm going to hit 5 on that one. We're going to go into Double or Nothing. Got 24 of you folks hanging in there. Thank you so much for that. Again, I want to thank everybody for the, while we're booting this up, for the super chats that you all gave earlier. Really appreciate that. Thank you, Mislav, for posting that. The Martin Piper. Again, Mislav is an executive producer, so he gets to help in chat, moderate chat, post links, all those kinds of cool things. So thank you for that. This is Double or Nothing. This, I know, we got two people shooting this way. This looks a little bit like Shootout. What is that game? I can't remember. With, you know, the West and the Cactus and the Stagecoach. There we go. You must survive the war to find the truth. I want to find the truth. I must know the truth. Chances of me surviving to find out the truth are not good, though. It's just probably not going to happen. All right, get ready. Boom, let's do this. What? My world is at war, but my mind keeps drifting to another reality, which is the true world. What? What is this? Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh my goodness, you have to navigate this. Oh, this is weird. Folks, this is pretty unique. Can I, oh, I can walk across there. But see, I can't. You have to navigate both sides at the same time. So like on these rocks right here, I can't go forward, but you're playing two games. This is wild, but no pew-pews. Minus points for no pew-pews. This would be a great game if they did the pew-pews and the explosions. Whoa, that is interesting. Wait, let's check that out again. Here we go. My world is at war, but my mind keeps drifting to another reality, which is the true world. Which is the true world? Okay, so if I... Oh, gosh, I wasn't ready. Come on. Well, I got rid of him, but... You have to take this one slow. Yeah, if you take this one slow, you're going to be okay. So see how this one gets blocked? Now, if I take this guy around, eventually it'll bring the other one with you. Oh, this is hard. This is hard watching both of them at the same time, but this is unique. Is there any other game like this? I don't know that I've ever seen any other game where you're playing two players at the same time. So that alone, oh, I knew I was going to die on that one. That alone makes this really interesting. Okay, so I've lost the guy on the right, and there you go. So you actually get to play two all the way through to completion. So negatives are sound, again, just music, which is kind of annoying playing over and over. Positives are, that's a unique gameplay. I don't think I've ever played anything like that. So very interesting. Let's see what you guys thought about that one. Oop, wrong screen. Just use your button down here. There we go. That's even better. Let's see. There's that link we talked about. Chris Edwards by MEGA and contest live. Oh, good. Thank you, Miss Love. Appreciate you putting that in there. We talked about that earlier. I do like the game graphics. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be two players. Is it? Is it just two players? Game over, both of you. Maybe you're right, especially, but it looks like I could fire for either one. I'm choosing which one to fire. I think you might be able to play two player, but I'm playing, let's see. Let me see if I can prove that to you. Let's see, press fire, space, or your world. I think it's a single player game. Because I can control the direction for either one. So if I want to go right, see it's going right. I can go left, goes left. See, right or left. And then I can go forward, but then I can go backwards. Yeah, I'm controlling both of them. Oh, I shouldn't have done that, but die. There you go. Yeah, I'm controlling both. So I can do, and then they just change a little bit based on the geography of the gameplay. So here, let me see. If I lock here, see, I can't go anywhere, but if this guy comes over here and comes up here, yeah, see, he pops up and comes with me because I am controlling both of these. So you can see when I fire, I'm firing for both. So it is it's one player. Now, there may be a two-player variant, which I think could be interesting, but I think this is two-player, or you can play the single-player, folks. Your mind is going, yeah, exactly, Deft. So that's it. My mind didn't go quite bonkers. But it was quite interesting. I did like it. Yes, it is. You're playing both sides. It's not two-player. Although, again, it probably could be two-player. So that was Double or Nothing, which makes sense now, the title. All right, let's do Droid Rumble. Okay, Double or Nothing. Was that better than our previous one? I hear sound. I don't see anything on screen. Oh, there it is. Let you read that for a minute. Need to take a little break there too. I need to drink water. A SWAT team officer had volunteered to infiltrate the planet in order to distract the robots. You'll be disguised in a robot suit. They're gonna put me in a robot suit. Okay. You must disable the robots which have seized vital control panels and find the emergency shutdown key. Unfortunately, we do not know which robot is holding the key. Go, go, go. Use port 2. By the way, the other nice thing about the C64 core is you can swap joysticks. There is an option to flip the joysticks if you got it in the other one. You don't need to unplug and plug. You can just go ahead and take care of that. Just, again, a couple of little tips from your neighborhood retro combs here on the use of the core. All right, let's check it out. And let's see, Droid Rumble. Here we go. I haven't been looking down at the bottom. I assume these are all the same, done by the construction kit. Now, this said graphics and sound effects by Alf. Now, Alf has not been good about providing sound effects. He's been providing music. Yep, created using shoot up. Prepare to enter. Get ready. Oh, I think I heard something. No pew-pews, just sound, just background sound. Don't like it. It's pretty basic, folks. What is this? Oh, it's going to grab me if I don't go under that right. Okay, got it. You have a range on your weapon. You got to get pretty close to them. I don't know what it's going to look like when they start firing back, but I don't think I can shoot up. Yeah, I can't shoot up either. So this is like Donkey Kong right here. I got to avoid the barrel. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Oh. There we go. Gotta get that timing. Oh, he's throwing them to the... Now it's getting interesting. Go, got it. Whew, that was close. You're out. I will say this, they give you ample... I can't go up. Oh, you can go up. Oh, there we go. All right. You can use the ladders, so that's good. Yeah, get them when they're coming up the ladder. Okay, I love the graphics on this one, I will say that. And I like the interactivity of the background. How am I going to get through that? Can I? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wait a minute. I don't think I can get through that. Is that possible? Oh. I think that's game over. How in the world do you get through that one? Oh my goodness. So that's just a basic platformer. I think that's more of a platformer than a shooter, but that's okay. It's all right. I'm all right with that. That's fine. Let's see what you guys thought about that one. Let me get caught up here. Look at that nicely animated water. Turns out it turns it into a shmup puzzle game, which isn't the most, yeah. Double or Nothing is the best one yet, quite. Yep. Why doesn't it say sound effects if they're, I know, that's what I'm saying, Deft. What in the world? I couldn't crawl. I could not figure out a way to crawl. Let me go back in and see if I can crawl. But I just don't think I can crawl. Let's see. So, Oh, wait, crawl. Oh, you're right. Crawl is a diagonal. There it is. Gotcha. So it's a diagonal. So it helps if you actually read the directions, right? All right. Good catch, Tawny. So I guess I could crawl this one too. Yep, see, that made that a lot easier too. We should be able to get a little bit further now. Tawny for the win. That was dumb. There we go. Actually clearing out a little bit more. So does that mean I can actually go up there and get him? Oh yeah, there you go. I like that. Okay, I would say, now that I know what's going on, if this had actual sound effects, this would be a fun game. I mean, again, the music's okay, but it's the sound effects that we want. Okay, here's that one. Yep, that was it. We are now further than we ever have been. Where's that guy? Oh, look, you can shoot the barrels, too. That makes that kind of interesting. Got the timing right on that one. Can't shoot up, though. I guess I could try and... Oh, I want to see if I can get that guy, and then we'll call it a day on this one. If I can't get him... There we go. New sector. Whoa. So here's some new assets for us, some new game assets. You get a chance to see those since I kind of know what I'm doing now. Although I don't know what I'm doing now because it will not let me go further. Looks like I need to somehow figure out how to get up there and get those guys out of there, but I don't think I can do that. I don't think I can go backwards either. I cannot. I'm not sure what I do here, guys. Oh, it let me through after the robots. Gotcha. That was kind of an abrupt change. Oh, all right, enough of that one. We're getting short on time here. We need to move on. So that one was pretty good. Again, I like that one, but would have preferred sound on that one as well. Really appreciate that, Tony. That made that so much better playing. Proof even technical writers don't read the manual. You got it right here. That's me. Go up. I'm trying to find out if you have to decide on sound or music, or even can switch those, but no luck so far. Well, good. Thank you, Def. Appreciate you checking that out for sure. Okay, that was Droid. Oh, Flying Cobra. Let's try out Flying Cobra. Flying Cobra. All right. Like the screen. That's good. Read the manual. Press fire to start. I'm not seeing anything, so... Is this another... Who's this one by? Okay, this is character set and music composed by. So we're not going to get sounds on this one either. This is going to be all music. That's a miss, man. I probably said that 800 times already, but you need the pew-pews and the explosions, folks. Oh, no, wait, we have pew-pews. Oh, we even have left and right pew-pews. Oh, that's not bad. This one's pretty good. I like this. This is slow paced, which I like that, so I can show you a little bit. And it does not appear to be... They're not counterattacking yet. I'm sure that's coming, but I like the slow burn entry into it so that you can just kind of explore Oh, there we go. Oh, there, see, there it is. I knew it'd catch up with me. Helicopters. The water might be just a little too busy for me, but still works. Just a little busy. I know it's nothing like it, but it's sort of like River Raid. I just said it's nothing like it, but it's sort of like it. So I don't know how you process that feedback, but I do like this. This is good. This is fun. This is not a bad shooter. I would like to see some power-ups. I don't know if that's an option or not. Oh, 3 left. It's getting busy now. It is getting... I do like the variation in graphics, too. This is nice. We've gone from water, now we're in a city. This is not bad. I should have known that one. And oh, you can shoot at an angle, too. I just figured that out. Did not know that. Okay, so that's better. Oh, get out of there. Oh, what is that? Oh, I want to shoot that. I want a chance. I want my chance to get this. There we go. All right. Oops. The lag is just enough to mess me up. Oh. Let's see if I can finish up with this last guy here. See how far we can get. I like the flying wing. That's pretty cool. Oh. Okay, I tried. Okay, I think we're back. Let's see. Yeah, you should be back now. All right. I don't know what's... Yes, back. Yeah, back to normal. It looks like my stream health is still poor. Let me go ahead and reboot here. Yeah, I'm still getting a poor thing over here. I'm going to continue. When we ran a test on the live stream equipment, what was that, a couple of weeks ago, we had some issues like this. I'm going to keep working on it. There is an update to the yellow box, and it did say it addressed the consistency with streaming. But I think we're good. I think we're back. Everybody back? Give me something in chat. Just let me know. It looks like we're back again. We might be able to get through these last couple of tunes here. Tunes. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's all just tunes, SID tunes, not games. I blame the aliens from the first game. I blame the alternate reality game, the Double Trouble game or whatever it was. I think that's what it was. Okay. So it does look like we're back. So let me go ahead and let's try Greyhawk and see what happens here. So going back here, I guess I was having to pay. I guess we had to pay for retro games. No, you don't have to pay. So here we go. Okay, this is Greyhawk. Here we go. It's fine for now, right? Oh my goodness. No pew-pews. It's just all music. Don't like it. This would be really good with pew-pews. I'm telling you. This would be a much better game. Anyway, let's play. I do like the graphics. Graphics look nice. Like the laser blast. That's pretty cool. Kind of a asteroids kind of thing, only they don't break up into little pieces. You just destroy them whole. And, oh, shoot. And now we've changed to something else completely different that is really difficult to play. I think I'm going to download this live stream when I'm done, make a few edits and re-upload it. And get rid of some of those errors, because I think there's be some people who would want to watch this, but they don't want to see all the errors. So let me know what you think if I should do that. That's pretty easy. All that is just download it, cut out the broken parts, and then re-upload it. And sometimes I get really good views on the re-watches other than just the streams themselves. And I can cut some of the superfluous stuff too. So I might go ahead and do that if you guys think that that would be good. let me know in the comments, which I'll come back to here in just a minute after I get done playing this pew-pew-less game. That's what I'm going to start calling these, pew-pew-less. That sounds horrible, doesn't it? Got a bad case of the pew-pew-less. I don't know if I want to go around saying that. Oh, see, and you really kind of rely on the feedback too, which I never really realized it until I played these games that only had music, that you kind of rely on the feedback. So, stage clear. It looks like more of the same. I don't see anything really different. Yeah, just stage 2 is almost identical. You know what, for the sake of, yeah, I don't like that one. Not a fan. Not a fan. Let's see what you guys thought about that. I will say that one thing's with the error, if I had had that error with the ATEM, it would have completely killed the stream. The nice thing about the YOLO box is I can tap a button over here. It'll stop sending data to the stream, which is kind of cool because then what it does is it lets it reset on both ends and then start again. With the ATEM, I would actually have to stop that stream, create a whole nother new stream, and you'd have to go find that link. So that, I guess, when you look at it that way, that is a plus of the YOLO box because, again, it just lets me pause the stream, pause the data transfer, let it resync, and then reset. So that's kind of nice. But, yeah, you know. Poo-poo less. Thanks, Daft. I said pew-pew less, not poo-poo less. Although that would be a good thing, too, if we didn't have to do that as often, right? Let's see what you guys think. 5x5, thank you. Let me go ahead and fire up the next game here while we're doing that. Yeah, the graphics are good, but again, the sound, right, if the stream stops, send money. Yes, if the stream stops, send money. So every one of you owe me cash right now. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. That's the point. Got it. Yep, you have to pay to play. Pay to play. Put your quarters in. You keep feeding me quarters. That's what I need. I need a way for you to have a little device. You throw a quarter in, and that goes cha-ching. Now, Jamie has that with a phone, a pay phone that he has during his benefit live stream where he does donations to a children's hospital. If you give in the background, his phone goes cha-ching, which is really cool. I'm not sure how he does it, but it's really cool. But I need the opposite. I need you to be able to put in a coin into a device and then you get more access. That would be cool. Yeah, that's just what I just said, right? There you go. All right, let's. We have three more. Go away. I need that to go away. Let's see. No, we have 2 more. We just played Greyhawk. 9 is Operation Metal Storm. Man, that just sounds cool. Wasn't there a movie called Metal Storm? Like Adventures of Jaren Zen or Zaren Jin or something like that. Operation Metal Storm, 2018. Yep, Sook again. Alf is the guy. Alf has the high score. Go figure. Present to you and your C64 Operation Metal Storm. Last 2 games. Hey, thank you for the 24 of you who got back. I know folks were dropping. I'm glad you came back. Thanks so much. And it says my stream is healthy. So sorry about that, guys. Again, I'm hopeful that this new update to the YOLO box will take care of that. I think I saw something in the thing that said stream issues were fixed. All right, when the robots finally become intelligent, we believe they would create a paradise on Earth. So just substitute that for AI. All war and poverty would end when our machine servants took care of all of our needs. Then it all went wrong. Entire cities have been wiped out. We have selected you. Oh, I was selected. The best of course. Except for technology during live streams to try and stop them. Find the master computer, the AI, which guides that. See, it's all about the AI. Let's take out the AI, folks. Uh-oh, what is this? That sounds like Terminator. Doesn't that sound like Terminator music? Heck, they kind of look like Terminators. And no pew-pews, just that ominous sound. Dang, this would have been so good with just a couple of, with just some sounds. This would have been a really good game if we'd include some sounds and not that blasted music. All right, we need to talk to these people. I'm going to have to see if I can send feedback and say, you redo these games with pew-pews and explosions. I know, pew-pews and boom-booms. How about that? We'll do pew-pews and boom-booms. We need pew-pews and boom-booms. That doesn't sound good at all, does it? Pew-pews and boom-booms. Ugh. Sounds like I'm talking to my grandniece. No pew-pews and boom-booms. All right, I'll get away from the scatological humor, folks. All right, here we go. I love that word, scatological humor. Look it up if you don't know what it means. I seem to be doing okay. I don't know if we're ever going to get to like a master computer or not. We'll see how far we get. You have to... Oh, game over. Okay, well, I've seen enough to know that I've seen too much. It's very light on pew pew. Very light on pew pew, for sure. Yeah, it's very T2, the arcade game, exactly. Terminator. I do not like the silent ones. I really don't. Oh, Sensible Software, get a mention. Should be good. Again, effects by Alf. And at least it's poo-poo-less. All right. Hey, we have one more, folks. Thanks for hanging in there. We are, about right on time. Again, a couple hours is typically what we do. Again, let me know if, give me some feedback. Do you guys think I should edit out and repost this? I am also thinking maybe grabbing a few shorts out of this for YouTube. I think a fun short could be using a cartridge in a MEGA65. That would probably be pretty easy for me to pull out and do a little piece. But let me know what you guys think. Okay, last one is split second. It's kind of hard to see. It's really in a bad color. Number 0, split second. Why wouldn't they just put 10? Oh, because you couldn't hit 0. I get it. Never mind. Forget I just said that. Split second. Another one by Alf. Martin Piper and Richard Bayless. I feel like we're not going to get pew pews and boom booms, folks. Yep. The time wars are... Oh, no, wait. The time warp wars are over, but a new war has begun. Aliens from another universe are taking over human minds and bodies, turning them into an invasion force. Joe Rubicon is not ready for this fight. Time warp injuries have made him unstable, blah, blah, blah. You know what? I should have recorded this. I did not record this live stream locally. I'm going to have to wait and download it later. Probably be a couple of days before I can do that edit now that I think about it. Oh, that's interesting. Split second, double or nothing 3. There were 2 other ones? What's going on here? Oh my goodness. Oh, this is kind of like that other game. We're actually playing 2 players and we can move them closer together. Oh, that's interesting. You move them closer together, or you can move them apart. Oh, now they're right on top of each other. What's that about? At least we have the pew pews. No boom booms, but we have pew pews. Oh, no, wait, there, I heard a boom boom. No, it's just on the power-ups. It's just on the power-ups, I think. Let's see. Yep, power-ups. So you get the pew pews, the power-ups, but no boom booms. Technical terms, folks. Pew pews, power-ups, and boom booms. I think we'll probably remember that forever now. We're going to always grade our games on the pew pews, power-ups, and boom booms. I wonder if I can get Zap64 to add that to their evaluation criteria for games. Pew pews are an 8 out of 10. Boom booms are a 6 out of 10, and power-ups are a 0 out of 10. Oh, I'm down to 1 guy now. Yep, I'm down to 1 guy. This is not bad. Not bad at all. This is a pretty good shoot 'em up. Oh, I can't go over there. That's unfortunate. Probably if I had the other guy, I would have been able to get over there. Yeah, this is not bad. It's an interesting take because they've just done a really simple background with a black background, except for the sides, and every once in a while, you know, have something, but it's very effective. And I kind of wish I had my other guy back and he hadn't died so quickly. You can't diagonally shoot. You can only shoot up, down. Yeah, you're only shooting vertically, so. Oh, I was hoping to get to the thing for you. Oh. So there you go. All right, that was our last game, folks. Let me go ahead and I am going to, I want to do this. I want to take out the cartridge. Let me turn it off. And then I'm going to boot into C64 mode on the MEGA65. Just wanted you to see that, so it is different. And then there's the C64 mode on the MEGA65. And then for what we've been using, just in case you came in late, is the core, which looks like this right here. So, and then on the core, then you get this full menu right here, and those are your options. So that's what we've been using today to play the WoW Shoot 'em Up games. I just wanted to point that out there at the last minute to share that. All right, we have gone through 10 games from the WoW, those are shoot 'em ups, CRT. I think this also comes in a 1541. If you want to go through the process of loading from a floppy, you can do that. So that is available. Let's see what you all had in mind. Oh, by the way, I need your vote. What was your favorite of the 10? So put your number in. Hopefully you've kept a number, and then I'll tell you if it matches mine. Okay, so put those in chat as I'm getting caught up here. Is there a quirk of the engine that the sound effects eat up too much clock time, so they leave the sound to a minimum? That's interesting. Could be, Mr. Landfill. Okay, re-upload this live stream and rename it Pew Pews and Boom Booms. I think you're right. Yes. Yes, Mislav, that's brilliant. This is again, this is why he's. I think I will. I think I'll do Pew Pews and Boom Booms live stream. Pew Pews and Boom Booms. So yeah, I wonder, should I just do the game portion of this and post that separately, and then maybe do the live stream and link to the? Maybe I'll break it up, because some people maybe, I don't know, but then that killed. I'll figure it out. But I am somehow, Mislav, I am going to get Pew Pews and Boom Booms in there. Let me make a note of that, because that is just too classic. Pew Pews and Boom Booms. And Boom Booms. All right, so I've got that there. We will have that right there, so I'll remember that. So that's perfect. Yeah, I know, and music, sound and music, so they can do it. And the lack of them, yeah, both. Yeah, I think the map may have been repeating. I think you might be right. Enemy soldiers are doing a weird dance. I missed that. I would like to have seen that. One could do a doctor's dissertation on the importance of pew pews and boom booms. Yeah, if I were ever wanted to go back and do another one, I might do that. So, Mislav, you can take that one on. You just got your master's degree. Time to go back for the PhD. You can do it on pew pews and boom booms. And I would love to be on your dissertation committee. So, so that would be good too. If you go back for that, let me know. Did we lock up again? Oh, no, we're good. Okay. For a minute, I thought we locked up, but it looks like we're okay. That's the problem looking the most, that's probably looking the most interesting of all. 10 or 1, really? Neil went for 10 or 1. Anybody else? Put your number in. I like Double or Nothing best despite missing sounds. Yeah, I think that's the most interesting gameplay. So mine was number, well, I hate to tell you, Double or Nothing, the best one. Double or Nothing, what now? See, now I'm trying to remember which one, Double or Nothing. What was the number on Double or Nothing? Let me see. Let me boot that back up. That was, Double or Nothing was number 5. Okay, so I know this is probably going to be controversial. I really like number 7. I think, and again, I have the distinct advantage of having played them, but I really liked Flying Cobra. I thought that was, of them all, sound, graphics, everything, I kind of dug that one. I just think that for me, that was the one. It had it all. So that's the one that I chose, just in case you guys wanted to know. So that was my choice for sure. I like Double or Nothing, the one with 2-player on separate screens. Double or Nothing, yep. So, all right, folks, we're past 2 hours on this one. We probably would have been on time had I not had some issues with the hardware. I'll get that worked out. I think hopefully you enjoyed this little live stream. Again, it's been a while since I've been here. Thank you for spending time with me on a Sunday afternoon. It is smoking hot here. I do plan to try and get a run in tonight, but I'm waiting till the evening to do that. Again, apologize for the technical, but I know you guys always enjoy seeing the bug zapping slide. So, hey, at least you got a chance to do that. And also, don't forget, you can find me at retrocombs.com. And also be sure to check out, if you're just interested in some weird tech, things that people just want to send me for free, check out my Retro Combs-Tech channel on YouTube. There's no memberships or anything to that. I'm just doing it because I think it's kind of interesting. And again, I've got a couple of views that have been just outrageous, like one over 100,000 views. Man, I wish I could get that on some of my retro stuff. But again, it's kind of cool. So let's see, anything else? I think that is it for me. I am going to load up the thumbnail screen. Turn off the mic. I'll stay in chat for just a little bit to see how you guys are doing. But hopefully we'll see you guys. Let's see, what do I have coming up? Maybe in 2 weeks. We'll see if I can get back online again and have a chance to maybe work out some of the issues. But hopefully I can join you again in a couple of weeks. Thanks so much. And again, look out for you MEGA65 folks who came on for that. Look out for that Chapter 7 of the User's Guide within hopefully the next week or two. I'll probably take hopefully next weekend to work on that. Again, I do have some travel this week, which would really work out well if I can get this downloaded. I should be able to get this done and reposted. And then don't forget, one of the other fun things that you can do is you can share bits and pieces of YouTube with others. So think about that too, and help us spread the word about what we're trying to do here. And then I will also give you information somewhere about how you can join the Discord and what I'm doing for changing out all that. So hopefully the next live stream I'll have all of that worked out. All right, folks, that is it for me. Thanks so much. Retro Combs out. See you next time. Let's see if I can bring up that lower third. Where did I do with that lower third? Oh, there it is. Oh, that's not the lower third. I want the thumbnail. See, this is me. I got to get used to this. Oh, I don't have it programmed on here, do I? I do not. I've got to get that on here. So that would be right here. See you guys. Bye.